Should be live now.
Okie dokie.
All right.
But there is a delay, so
Yeah. Yeah. So there's gonna be like a 30-second delay, but let me see what
mm,
OBS shows.
Amen. I'll be right back.
That's awesome.
all right, he doesn't talk anyway. Oh, yeah, we're live. We're live. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Delay, so
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's gonna be like a
see
30
it? Yeah. There's the
delay,
intro
but-
screen.
Yep.
Sweet.
Yep.
All right.
Yep, so they hear us now, right?
OBS. Yep. So now I'm gonna
All right.
kick it
Amen.
over.
I'll be right back.
That's awesome.
Okay. So let me turn down my.
All right, he doesn't talk anyway.
Okay. And then we're going to go to the scene. All right, now we're on the screen, and we should be on the screen on YouTube here in just a sec.
Okay.
And I'm doing 480p today, and we're going to see how that works.
Oh,
Yeah, I know, right?
hope
The dreaded
hopefully
480p.
that-
Oh, what's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? Welcome to episode 8. Wow, episode 8 already of Scream Stream with my lovely co-hosts, CP from Will I Like It Reviews, and Zach Mull, who's probably vomiting right now. Oh, there he goes. He's coming back. It all works out in the end. But today we're trying to stream in 480p, so if the quality looks a little less than stellar, that's why. But we're going to see how this works out, and then, it's an ongoing battle.
Indeed.
But we got some top.
dude, and the quality looks dog shit. I don't know if it's me or what, but
It's totally UCP.
okay.
Okay, we're back up,
Okay.
so we'll just roll with it and
Yay.
see what happens. Zach, how's your week going?
Other than the shut-off notice I just got from my electric, I feel great.
Oh man,
Well, you're still here, so that was a warning, apparently.
48 hours. I'm gonna get that paid.
Zoinks.
But other than that, I'm good.
well that's awesome, man. I feel horrible now.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
But
Yeah, I'll take-
we got a few topics to discuss today. Cody Leach is in the chat. What's up, Cody? Today we're going to be talking about a few things in the news. I guess the first thing we're going to talk about is Escape from New York, because everybody likes talking John Carpenter, right? First, let's talk about the original. What are you guys' thoughts on Escape? Go ahead, Zach.
I've seen it once.
Wow, man. Go ahead.
Remember, I'm a little bit younger than you, Lee.
That's true. Yeah, you are.
A lot bit.
I've seen it like one time on TV. Thought it was good. I would totally watch it again if I had the chance. That the Blu-ray of it's kind of hard to find now.
Really?
Yeah, the Escape from LA is a lot easier to find than Escape from New York.
Oh.
But I really liked Kurt Russell in the role. I was a little younger when I saw it though, so I don't really remember too much.
If you say you were younger one more time,
I'm younger than
Young
you.
man.
But yeah, I was interested. I didn't know it was John Carpenter until I was much older. So
Wow.
yeah, that's pretty much all I got.
Okay. CP, go ahead.
yeah, I gotta confer with the kid here. I don't. It's not high on my list. I mean, I've seen it more than once, but I enjoy it. It's not something that, especially like John Carpenter. It's not my go-to. It's probably not in my top 3. Kurt Russell, not in my top 3. Not my go-to.
Yeah.
Decent flick. I just think perhaps it hasn't survived the test of time so much. Like you look at other futuristic or apocalyptic stuff from around that time, and some of those movies, look a little bit. I mean, it's no Logan's Run, but it hasn't survived the test of time so much as other stuff from around that period.
Yeah. I agree with some of that. I definitely think it's dated in some parts, but there's just like this charm about it, And I think that's a big. I think Carpenter and Kurt Russell are the two key ingredients in that. Like, if you didn't have those two, then it would probably wither away like a lot of action movies from the early 80s that didn't quite make it out of the run. You know, like those, I think Rutger Hauer actually had a run of action films that were, you know, nobody remembers anymore.
Right.
Like Wanted Dead or Alive. But yeah, Escape from New York, it's a great premise. You know, that's just an excellent premise. The thought of taking one city and putting all your criminals in it, you know, I mean, that's irresistible, really, if you think about it. So, but now I guess we'll get on to the remake that's coming about. Now, I'm not
Lee, did you want to talk about the original just to get a little Donald Pleasance love in there?
I didn't even talk about Donald Pleasance, did I?
Well, he's in it, so it's just
Wow.
He's the president. Yeah.
It's very hard pressed to not talk about Michael or Donald Pleasance when he's talking about John Carpenter.
I know.
Yeah.
I was trying to avoid it, but it didn't work out that well. You guys ended up bringing it up anyway.
Well, we okay. Never mind.
I needed a fix, Lee.
I'm the idiot here. That's
Michael Myers fix.
I needed my fix.
Well,
see, I thought Stacy, what's his face, was in it, and I'm checking, and
You
I'm
thought
wrong.
Stacey Keach was in it?
no, Ernest
Yeah.
Borgnine is who you're thinking of.
Mm-hmm.
I used to get Ernest Borgnine and Stacey Keach mixed up too. But yeah. So Robert Rodriguez, big fan of his work. I don't love all of his movies, but you know, From Dusk Till Dawn, Sin City is a freaking masterpiece if you ask me. So you know, those two movies alone right there, that catches my interest. And Robert Rodriguez, he's a fan. You know, he's a big fan of these genre films. So I think he could probably bring something pretty cool to it. I don't think he's going to approach this as just a paycheck. You know, you got the honor of working with John Carpenter, who's going to be executive producer. So that's got to be pretty damn cool. And John Carpenter said actually he's going to be advising, kind of like he's doing with the new Halloween movie that's coming up. He's going to be advising in this. So this could be really interesting. I got some more thoughts, but I'll go to you guys first. Zach, what do you think about Robert Rodriguez?
No problems with it.
Yeah.
Robert Rodriguez is a solid director. If you've seen the Mexican trilogy, he can direct action pretty well. My only thought is, what is Danny Trejo's role going to be? Because you know he'll be in there somewhere. If he's Snake, could you imagine if he was Snake?
I wouldn't mind that so much, to be completely honest with you.
But I'm telling you, either he or Salma Hayek will be in this movie because they are in all of his movies. I think she's not. She's only in
his daughters.
She's only
too.
not in the Sin City movies that I know of. But he does action really well, in my opinion.
There's a good chance that you could see Robert Rodriguez as doctor in one of his movies. He's that type of director. He likes to support his family and his friends, and he will put them in a movie any chance he gets, which is kind of
He's related to his doctor?
His doctor is actually in Planet Terror, and he plays the doctor.
Stacy Keach is in Escape from L.A., and boy, my deepest apologies. Yeah, he's Commander Malloy.
Wow.
I don't know why I was assuming Stacy Keach. I guess it was just from Cheech and Chong, and I thought, hey, 70s. Or late 70s, early 80s. Sorry, didn't mean to bring it to a screeching halt. Go ahead.
Well, it surprises me that the Blu-ray for Escape from New York is kind of hard to find now. I didn't know that. I've had that Blu-ray for a couple years. But I don't know. That makes me happy when things are out of print and I own them. That's just me being
I've never
selfish.
seen the Bare Bones release anymore because since Scream Factory released it, that's the only one I've seen.
Yeah, and I never picked up
Best
the
Buy
Scream
had it for a
Factory
while.
release. I still have the Bare Bones.
Mm.
Now, CP, do you have any thoughts on Robert Rodriguez?
Well, Brian, our good buddy Brian Lomax, is kind of just chat on Robert Rodriguez in the chat, saying
that's past tense.
Yeah, he's saying that he only makes mediocre movies, but I feel like he only makes B movies.
Yeah, yeah.
It's kind of in the intent that it's not supposed to be this glorious thing. The more I think about it, if they just kind of tweaked Machete around, it kind of feels a bit like Escape from New York already. So who else to do it than Robert Rodriguez? You know,
Yeah.
it's they're very similar in a word I'm looking for similar.
Yeah.
But
They're similar in similarities.
They're similar in something. I haven't realized what it is yet.
There's parallels and similarities, and they share things.
Yeah.
Way too early.
You bringing up Machete gives me a thought, because Machete is just so over the top with the action, and he pulls a guy's freaking intestines out and uses it as a lasso. I don't want that in my Escape
as a
from New York.
bungee cord.
As a bungee cord, yeah. I don't think he would go that route, but.
Oh no, I mean I don't mean in the violence, but machete or machete, however it's supposed to be said. He's kind of the anti-hero. Everybody's against him. He's doing things for himself and not the right reasons, and that's kind of what Escape from New York is.
We're not really winning over Mr. Lomax in the chat here.
Oh really?
Everybody, there's always one Lomax in the chat, I tell you.
And Brian is always right, for the record. In case, if the handbook is, if you're in an argument with Brian Lomax, there's one page. Yeah. Brian is right.
I thought I heard Lomax's eyes rolling.
So now that we have Brian in the chat, let's talk about Underworld.
I wouldn't dare bother with that paltry piece of crap. Oh, jeez. I think I just derailed everybody. We're going to have to crawl out of the ditch to get back on track here. Oh, jeez. Okay.
Won't even try.
So, yeah, I think Robert Rodriguez is a good choice. But he doesn't... Sure. Not all of his movies are great. You know, he does have some bad ones in there. So, I guess we'll just have to see. I mean, if it's at the level of Sin City, then hell yeah. That'd be freaking awesome.
I mean, it's not like the original Escape from New York. It wasn't Dog Day Afternoon. So, What are we talking about here? So, let's all relax. It's a B movie to start with.
You know, the one thing about Escape from New York that it gets away with, that most movies of that genre have a tough time getting away with, is it really takes itself way, I don't want to say too seriously because it works. I enjoy it, but It definitely takes itself seriously. And you can get yourself in trouble sometimes when you do that, because the audience if the audience starts laughing at you, then you might be up shit creek.
Yeah, you need them to laugh with you, not at you.
With you, not at you. And you could even pick apart the character Snake Plissken. I mean, Kurt Russell's admitted he pretty much was mimicking Clint Eastwood, and he was.
That's cool.
And I'm a big fan of Snake Plissken, but if a different actor was playing that part, it could have. You know, Stallone's got himself in this boat a few times. One being Cobra. People do laugh at Cobra, even though it takes itself way too seriously. And I'm a fanatic of Cobra. I love the movie to death, but probably for all the wrong reasons. So
you're the disease, no,
I'm the cure. It's just so fun. It's bubblegum. That's what Cobra is. But yeah,
I've never seen Cobra.
Oh my god, are you kidding me?
I'm sorry,
you've never seen Cobra?
I have a list of canon films that I just simply need to catch up with and just watch.
Well, after our canon film talk the other day,
yeah. We could do a whole episode on canon films. There's a lot to talk about there. Any final thoughts on Escape from New York news?
Oh, Brian, just shut your head already. He says The Thing is a B movie, but it's freaking awesome.
No way.
I have one last comment.
Terminator.
Hashtag Rodriguez. Hashtag Rodriguez.
Hashtag Lomax is wrong.
Yeah, hashtag Lomax is wrong. That's perfect. Let's see. What do we got in the chat there? Patrick Holmes says, true, sometimes people need to let carpenters work alone. Everybody, that's a great thing to bring up. Everybody remakes Carpenter's work lately. You had The Fog, you had Halloween, now Escape from New York, Assault on Precinct 13. It's never going to stop.
Just leave some of the classics alone and remake something that needs to be remade, like The Ward.
You realize the absolute hypocrisy you guys are spouting right now, right? Because The Thing is a remake. So let's all calm down. The Thing itself is a remake that John Carpenter made. So we can't say things like that when John Carpenter himself has remade stuff. So let's just, it's Robert Rodriguez. You know, it's not me. So let's let it breathe.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to get angry there for a second.
I've said this before.
I need my coffee.
My stance on remakes is this. I have no problem with them. The original will always exist. I think you've said this before, CP. The original is always still going to be there.
Yeah.
So if somebody greenlights a remake, go ahead and make that film. That's fine with me. Most remakes suck. You know, that's the truth.
Right.
Some of them are good. Some of them are really good. There's a few out there that are really good. But even the sucky ones, I still have no problem with them. They're, you know, the original is always going to be there. So,
right. It seems like when the studio has more to do with the remake, that it's not being done for the right reason.
Yeah, I don't like it when it's completely soulless, like Psycho.
Slate that is just full of a bunch of questionable titles. We've already lost one, so we're interrupted. Hold that thought.
No, we're back. We're back. Yeah.
Okay.
So
as I was saying, she was pregnant, and I said, "Get that out of here." No, joke. Relax.
Yep. Saw Legacy. What else is coming out October 17th?
Well, Friday the 13th has already been
erased.
That's not. Halloween was pushed back. Zach, it looks like you're looking at. Go ahead, shoot.
Oh no, go ahead.
Oh, I thought you were looking it up for me. What? There's a bunch. I know there is, and we already lost two. Maybe Amityville Awakening. That's been pushed back since 2015.
Again, for like how many times it's been? 13 times now.
It's done. I don't know what the hell they're waiting for.
They keep pushing the release date. They've done it like 10 times now.
Does Leatherface have a date in October?
No, I don't think it's been greenlit either, and it's another one that's in the can.
I don't. All right, I'll check. Zach, talk words.
Okay, so I'll talk about Saw Legacy since Lee doesn't know much about it.
Go ahead.
It's being directed by the Spearing brothers, and these are the same people that directed Daybreakers and Predestination.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that gives me reason there alone to be super jacked about the new Saw movie.
Yep.
Super jacked.
Whatever they can bring to it, I'm completely down for, because Daybreakers was a brutal vampire movie that we desperately needed to have at the time.
Yeah,
it had been a few years since 30 Days of Night, and the Twilight movies had taken over.
Yep.
And I really needed some hardcore vampire action. And Predestination was a really trippy sci-fi movie.
Yeah.
So I'm down. I mean, if you have if you have visionary directors like that behind a movie that should, by all circumstances, not exist, I'm ready for it.
Now, is Saw Legacy going to be a reboot, or is it going to be just a continuation?
I believe it's a continuation, but they're trying to figure out how to bring Tobin Bell's character back.
And he died in the first or second movie?
Died in the third movie. So
that's great.
But if anybody can figure out how to do it, it's those guys.
Yeah.
But they are not writing this, though.
All it takes is a vivid imagination, right?
You got it, CP.
So I have the October slate here. So let's just say that October starts with a bang, and good luck to the rest of the movies in October. Mm-hmm. Blade Runner 2049 comes out the opening weekend of October.
Okay.
It's been fun while it lasted, gentlemen. We also have Insidious Chapter 4. Was there a Chapter 3?
Yes.
There was?
Chapter 3
Yeah,
was the
chapter 3 was okay. It was forgettable, but it was okay.
Yeah, Insidious Chapter 4, Saw Legacy. It still has Friday the 13th here. And that's it. So everything's been pushed. I don't know why it still has Friday the 13th, because
There's only
that's
2 horror movies coming out in October.
Insidious Chapter 4, Saw Legacy, yeah.
Wow.
Let me check a different site.
Hey,
Well,
Flint
you
the
know,
Dad's in the chat. What's up,
we'll
Flint?
get the December
All right.
horror movies, and then the 2 that didn't make it this year will come out in January. So
No, what'll happen is there'll be some indie horror movie that comes out 2 weeks from now that'll be incredible, and we'll be talking about it in October. Like, oh, why wasn't this pumped out now? Because it's happened in the last couple of years now.
Yeah.
It Follows, The Witch, hell, Green Room, depending on what you fancy. But have faith in those indie films studios. You want to
Yeah,
save your
definitely.
money, buy those indie films and just pump those out.
Yeah, I watched It Follows again yesterday. I did my Drumdums watches, but man, every time I watch that movie, it's self-promotion. It's fantastic.
on Shudder.
Seriously though, It Follows. And when I watched it again, every time I watch it, I notice more and more, similarities to John Carpenter's Halloween. He almost owes John Carpenter like $1.25 at least because there are striking similarities.
No, but Saw Legacy is being directed by the Spirit brothers. I looked up the writers. They had worked on the Sorority Row remake, the Piranha remake, that was the good one, that was directed by Alexander Aja, that directed the Hills Have Eyes remake.
Yep.
Did he Crawl Space? And then the last thing they did was the Hungover Games, the parody of the Hunger Games.
The Hungover Games.
But I liked Piranha 3D. Crawl Space wasn't terrible, and Sorority Row wasn't terrible either. So,
I wasn't a big fan of Sorority. Are you talking about the Sorority Row remake?
yeah,
Oh, it's soulless. Jesus.
take that up with Tim because he loves it.
Annabelle 2 is August. Amityville Awakening got pushed up to June. They had no faith in it for 2 years. Now they're putting it in the summer. I don't know what the hell they're thinking.
They should just release it because it's going to come and go. It's not going to make a dime, So just go ahead and release it and get it over with.
Is it Wonder Woman coming out in August?
Dude,
No,
August.
Wonder Woman comes out in June, doesn't it? Because Justice League comes out in November, so they got to have a little bit of a gap there.
I'm looking.
Yeah.
Wonder, maybe. Wonder Woman comes out June 2nd.
Yeah.
Yeah. The 2017. I wouldn't release a dog shit horror movie this summer because that's crazy talk.
Do you guys want to take a block to talk about Justice League and Wonder Woman real quick?
Aren't we a horror show?
Sort of.
It has demons in it. Justice League has demons in it.
Yes.
No. Oh, Flatliners. Wait a minute. Flatliners is coming out this year? September? Sorry. Never mind.
What? This year?
Apparently there's a Flatliners coming out September 29th.
I knew they were going to remake it, but oh wow.
I
Yeah,
thought
let's
Lazarus
talk about-
Effect was
let's talk
kind of a
about the
Flatliners
superheroes, Lee. What do you have in mind?
ripoff, right?
Everybody talk at once. What'd you
Let's
say,
talk
Lee?
about the superheroes, Lee.
I said I thought that Lazarus Effect wasn't that kind of a Flatliners ripoff?
Oh, yeah, sort of, sure. Just watch the original. The original's good.
You know what? Screw it. Let's just. What did you guys think of the? Did you guys watch the Justice League trailer?
Yes.
Indeed.
CP, what'd you think?
It didn't quite amp me up the way Suicide Squad did, but
We see how that turned out.
That's a good thing. Like I don't know. I was kind of on board, and the last shot I was just like, oh, really? Aquaman jumping off the Batmobile?
That scene actually reminded me of Escape from L.A. when Snake Plissken he jumps from a surfboard to the back of a truck. And that scene reminded me of that.
Yeah.
Isn't that great?
Yeah. We just keep it in topic. That was perfect.
Yeah. I wedged it right back in there.
I mean,
That's called a dovetail.
I mean, okay.
Hey, Zach, there's no yawning.
For fuck's sake, Zach.
Jesus, Zach.
I wasn't yawning.
Sniff a line, bro. Do
We got the video to prove it, buddy.
I didn't yawn.
Okay.
Sorry, CP is just so boring. I had to yawn.
Okay,
go ahead. Take
all
over,
right,
sister.
all right, then you hush, CP. You're boring. Zach, what did you
I'm
think
done.
of the Justice League trailer?
I needed a smoke in the shower when I was done with it.
Yeah, that's a great way to describe it.
It was so good. It was so good. I'm a hardcore DC fan.
Yeah.
Everybody knows this by now. I'm super excited for it. I still have hope for this. I could have done without the extra Joker scenes, to be honest with you, because
Okay, we're back.
when I need to bring this up though.
Go ahead. Yeah. Fair game. Go ahead.
So while we were down, me and CP were talking about Suicide Squad, and I actually wanted to say that I really could have done without the extra Joker scenes, because there was one scene that they added on the bridge, which was a pretty good scene, to be honest with you. But if you close your eyes and listen to him talk, he sounds like Jim Carrey. And I was like, okay, are you channeling your inner Riddler from 1995?
I know exactly what scene you're talking about. He sounded exactly like Jim Carrey, actually.
Which scene? Give me the dialogue.
They're on the bridge. Harley Quinn had been have you seen the extended cut?
Yeah, I own it.
Okay. Then Harley Quinn is on the motorcycle, and she stops the Lamborghini and gets him out.
Oh, right. Yeah, I have to watch. He
sounds exactly like Jim Carrey.
Well, there's another scene too where I think he's in the nightclub, and he does something like "honka honka honka" or something like that, and it's it sounds exactly like Jim Carrey.
You don't want no beef. You don't want no beef.
I was waiting for him to go. There's someone on the wing.
But
beef.
minus the extra scenes of the Joker, which I actually would prefer them not being in the movie, because I think he was used exactly the right amount of time for Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
I enjoy Man of Steel, BVS, and Suicide Squad, and I think they get better every time we watch them. I'm not saying that because I'm a DC fan. I'm saying that because they actually do get better every time they watch them.
Here's what's happened with me.
I've had mixed feelings on Man of Steel a few times.
Yeah. For me, Batman v Superman and Man of Steel, they constantly get better every single time I watch them. The opposite happens for Suicide Squad, though. It gets worse every time I watch it. Just because it's just the editing is just a mess, and it's hard for me to like separate that when I'm watching it. It has some fun moments, but as a cohesive story and giving a crap about the actual Suicide Squad, I have a rough time with it. But Batman v Superman Ultimate Cut, I love that freaking movie. It's the gift that keeps on giving. It really is. It's so amazing, and I think years from now, people are going to look back and they're going to be like, wow, that was an amazing film. And people are going to call me crazy for saying that, but it's so good. Whereas I love Marvel movies, but they're almost at this point, they're kind of like cheeseburgers, like once I'm done with them, I'm not like dying to go back and watch them, and they're fun. Don't get me wrong. They're a blast. When I go see them in the
cheeseburgers
theater.
are awesome. I don't know.
Yeah, they're great. They're great cheeseburgers. They're Five Guys cheeseburgers.
Yeah. I know what you're saying. Like, out of all the Marvel movies, I mean, I used to be really into them back when they were first coming out, because I really only had the Dark Knight series to watch from DC. But all of the recent ones, I haven't even seen Ant-Man. Like, I haven't
Yeah.
seen Doctor Strange, and the ones that I have seen, I've only seen them once. I own Civil War. I've watched it twice on Blu-ray. So, I just tend to watch DC movies more times over.
Yeah, they're
I've always
enjoyable
loved
Saturday
Batman.
afternoons. That's what they are. Whereas with DC, it feels like I can't just throw in Batman v Superman at any time. I got to be in the mood for it. But when I'm in the mood for it,
You have to set aside a quarter of your day, first of all.
yeah, that too. But when I'm in the
Because you
mood
gotta
for it,
watch
man,
it twice.
it's great.
Man, the way the cheese melts on those big Five Guys burgers. Oh,
Yeah.
you open it up and the cheese is like already a piece of the burger. Oh,
And-
The
I
way
miss
that
it.
it drains
I miss
your
it.
bank account because they're $15.
dude, they fill the whole bag with fries. I don't know what your problem.
They give you too much fries.
That's the.
Too much.
You have leftovers for like 2 more days.
Mm-hmm. God, I'm hungry now.
Dude,
I haven't
and I
had lunch
can't.
yet.
I can't fix that craving. I have to get on a plane and fly for 8 hours.
Everything's a double unless you asked for a single.
Mm-hmm.
That's America.
Well, James Yates is losing his temper here about us talking about not non-horror related stuff. He wants
Okay,
to
I'm
talk
sorry,
about
James.
the It trailer.
And Flint the Dad, he's a guy that has been a subscriber on my channel, and he always watches my videos when he poops. So I had to mention him too, because he makes note. He always mentions that. Like, I'm taking
Because you're shit, Lee.
Yeah.
That's why.
Exactly. I think that's the hidden message there.
Let me take this second to just tell everybody that me and Lee, we have a very open type relationship, and I mock him quite a bit, but it's an open street.
Yeah.
He's more than welcome to give it back. So like, I only josh him because I know he takes it well. There's no.
I am the
anything.
Batman.
It's all good.
The Batman
It's
has,
only-
he can take it, you know? I even got the mask right here to prove it.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to deviate. I'm not myself today.
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
Let's talk about it. Let's make James Yates like really, really happy right now.
Yeah. Oh my God. I've been masturbating just thinking about what the trailer could do.
They actually just dropped some production photos.
Really?
So one shot of its glove with the with claws coming out of it. Shot of the big balloon in front of his face, and I think there's a shot of the gang in front of the TV.
Gang what?
They're in front of the TV.
Oh, okay.
And then I think there's another one. I can't remember what the fourth picture is, but it looks good. I don't know. I haven't seen the trailer yet. I've always been a fan of all the stills that they put out. So,
well, the trailer hasn't come out yet.
If it's better than the original, then I'll be okay, because the original isn't that good.
Thank you. Holy fucking Christmas. I've been waiting for somebody to say that.
Tim Curry is the best part of the original.
Yes.
And that's what everybody is worried about.
And
no
it's
one's
not
worried
incredibly
about
noteworthy.
anything else.
Right.
What?
Dude, go ahead.
I'm just saying that Tim Curry is all that they care about. Tim Curry is the only good thing about the originals. And it's the only thing people worry about. Is he going to be better than Tim Curry? Is Tim Curry going to be better? Well, you still have the original to watch. It is a remake.
Right. Dennis and I, he got that beautiful Zavi Steelbook. We tried watching it a couple of weeks ago, and it's long. You should watch it in 2 parts. And I was bored out of my skull. I forgot how not. It's a TV movie for starters, and it's a TV movie from the early '90s.
Yeah.
For seconds, and we haven't watched the second half yet. That's because the thing is, people say that the second half is worse than the first half.
That's what I hear too.
I wanted to poke forks in my eyes. Like
Did you want to saw your own head off?
Yeah, I mean, God, there's some movies that people just don't agree on, and I
wonder if there's a YouTube video that has the best parts.
Let me clarify something in the chat. White Tim says it's not a remake. Okay, it's not a remake. It's a readaptation, whatever you want to call it.
Recalibration.
It's an adaptation of a book.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's a Well,
What's up, Culture
whatever
Freak?
you call it. I'm sorry. It's early for me. I thought it was a remake.
Culture Freak.
Yeah,
Hey, buddy,
Culture
we're not
Freak, man.
playing
He's
video
awesome.
games. Indeed.
Yeah, he's been with me since day one, I think.
Yeah,
No,
he's
Channel two.
Belgium.
Big community supporter. Love the Culture Freak.
Mm.
Good guy.
So now that everybody's clear, this is a readaptation.
Okay. The Thing was a readaptation.
My comedy career was a readaptation.
I've seen your comedy. I thought those were drama clips.
Yeah. Hence why I'm not doing it right
he's
now.
trying to be funny. I didn't know that.
I didn't know I was supposed to take these jokes so seriously.
I know, right?
Hey, he says, hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
Cool.
Zach gets caps. So what else? What else about it? Do we need to talk about? Well, the trailer comes out tomorrow, right?
Well, let me go ahead and speak my piece then. I haven't seen the original, and I'm constantly reminded of how bad the original is by a lot of people. Tim Curry, they say it's amazing, but the movie itself is not amazing. So that just makes me not want to watch it. I almost want to watch the remake first and then go back and watch the original if I feel like I need to, just for Tim Curry, I guess. But that's my stance on it. The trailer does come out this week, so I'll definitely check that out. Maybe even do a trailer reaction, CP.
Oh,
yeah.
Christmas crunch
He
berries.
will. He already has a trailer reaction out for Spider-Man Homecoming.
I know.
Alright,
I just did one right before this.
So ready? 9 trailers out of 10, you could replace the footage in the bottom corner on Lee's reactions because he just watches. There's no, oh wow, this happens. Oh, I'm excited about that. So you could put up footage of Hitler in the bottom.
And I would do the same reaction. That's the way I am with trailer reactions, though. I don't get like really animated with trailers, you know. I feel like I'm watching it and I say, oh, I want to see this, or oh, I don't want to see that, and that's it.
Doesn't that make the video moot then? Like if you literally could just, you're doing too much work then. Just intertwine another clip.
Here's what my stance on trailer reactions. Because I used to be really judgmental about them, but
And now you do them.
yes. Now that's why I'm not judgmental. No, but seriously, the reason let me speak my piece. I don't mind talking about the trailer. I think that's the meat of it, not the actual trailer itself. Because my reaction to the trailer is going to be nothing. But if I can give some kind of like response to what I just saw, and if it, maybe offer some kind of idea, maybe they could have done this, or this trailer was bad because of this, then I guess that's my stance. And plus, you get a lot of views with those. Ding, 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 ding. Tell him what he's won, Johnny.
Well, at least it's out there. It's out there.
You know what? I feel like this cleansing is just dripped right off of my soul. So.
Are we at the intervention of Lee?
No, listen, we're all mooching off of his teat right now, so I don't know. He's doing it right, man.
Mooching off his teat. Oh. I go back and listen to these in the car after, and I tell you, you guys are a riot. It's so fun. It really is.
Who the hell has their phone on? Oh, it's me.
It's gotta be.
Hold on.
Yeah.
1 second.
Is it CP?
Keep talking.
I'm not here.
Well, yeah.
What do you mean you're late?
Luke says I'm on fire today. Thanks, Luke. Luke's
Indeed.
awesome.
Indeed.
And what's up, Jay?
He's
From
already
Mesmerized for
subscribed,
Life, my good friend. Yeah.
So, what can we talk about? Oh, you're
Patrick
back?
Holmes?
Are you back?
Hey, you guys got any questions in the chat? Let me pull up Bloody Disgusting. You want me to do that? We got 15 minutes.
We can do that.
Let's pull up
We can do
Bloody
that. Piss
Disgusting.
on Zach. Yeah.
I know what we could talk about. We got to talk about this, and this is kind of horror related. The new Venom movie. This just came out yesterday, I think. They're saying that the new Venom movie might be, it's probably going to be rated R, and it's going to have strong horror vibes. So I'm totally down with that. I mean, I just saw Life this weekend, and I just listened back to our last podcast, and and in that episode, I was probably the least excited for Life. And
who got you into it, Lee?
Well, I mean, you gave me that little Venom, but the movie itself got me into it. After I watched it, I was just like, wow, that was freaking awesome. Love the hell out of it.
I agree. That ending.
And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and talk about Venom real quick, because the filmmakers themselves will not say that that they weren't influenced by Venom, or this isn't like tied to Venom. They refuse to admit it. So if you want to make your assumptions, if you want to formulate your opinions, that's fine. Does that mean there's going to be, this movie is going to tie into the Venom universe? No, it's probably not. But I think there's some fun to be had with it, and I like movies that do that.
Would you like to talk about how the Earth is flat and how 9/11 was an inside job as well?
9/11 was an inside job. No, I'm just kidding. I can't back that up.
I've heard stories, but yeah, I won't say here or there. But
I saw loose change, so.
What Venom you talking about? I have 2 Venom movies.
No, the one that hasn't come out yet. There's a Venom movie that's supposed to come out, I believe, next year.
The live action, right?
Culture Freak. So, but they're saying it's supposed to be rated R, and it's supposed to have strong horror vibes, which fits the character.
It's good, but I mean, it's nice to see something fresh injected into the superhero genre, and I think they really should start. I mean, like, if rated R works, where the fuck is the Punisher? Like, yeah, I mean, now more than ever, get the Punisher going, because who knows how long this window is going to last.
He's doing just fine on TV on Netflix. Like,
well, I mean,
John Bernthal is amazing as the Punisher, and season 2 of Daredevil is so good because of.
What are we talking about?
The Punisher, John Bernthal.
Oh yes.
Yes. So
the scene where he beats the crap out of the guy in the
spoilers,
the pawn shop. Like, it's not a spoiler because he doesn't do it. And if you haven't seen season 2 of Daredevil by now, where have you been?
Yes.
Venom from Spiderman.
Yes.
That was supposed to be the other topic.
And what's up, Ravenwind?
Dude, we've been on it. We've so been on it, and Lee thinks the Earth is flat, for the record.
Okay.
You said that.
All right. So let me tell you something. I want to get my thoughts in on this before I have to leave.
Can I do the rest of this in a Brian Lomax accent? The real problem I have with this.
It's bollocks, mate.
I can't do it. I won't
Cock
do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. I'm not going to do it. CP, I've done it for you before.
Everything's Nicolas Cage with some sort of tweak to it.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to embarrass Brian with that. I'm not going to do it. But I can.
Brian's awesome.
Spider-Man.
I love Brian.
If it doesn't involve Spider-Man in some way.
Really?
Unless they're doing Agent Venom, which they could do, I'm not interested.
You just made me open my monster, Zach. What the heck? There's nothing wrong with Spider-Man not being... Spider-Man's in every third movie these days.
Spider-Man is an intricate part of the Venom storyline.
But you don't need him in that story.
His outfit only black.
He could be in the later movies, but I'd welcome a standalone Venom movie. Yeah.
When Spider-Man was at Sony, they were planning a Venom movie, okay? Which I wanted to see.
Yeah.
I would love to see a Venom Spider-Man movie, okay? Which turns into a team-up. And who do they have to fight? Carnage. That would be amazing. I would love to see that.
And who should play Carnage? Jim Carrey.
Yes.
Yes. Jim Carrey could do it.
Please, Cassidy. That would be freaking perfect.
You know what's the sad thing, guys? Is we'll probably, in our lifetime, we'll probably never see a Carnage movie. Because of all the red tape that has to be, you have to go through to get to that movie. We'll never see it.
Sony.
Yeah, because there you go, CP. Sony.
The people behind Resident Evil 6 and Underworld snore.
Hey, easy.
Blood Wars? Hey. Blood snores? Are you kidding?
Blood snores. I liked Blood snores. But I mean, blood sores.
I was.
There, Cody has my back. Cody has my back. Standalone Venom will work if done right, but if it doesn't tie into Spider-Man at some point, what's the point?
Now, keyword there, at some point. That doesn't necessarily mean said movie.
Yeah, guys, why?
Yeah. So
where
go
all right,
pack
where
the
is
car.
Venom? If they're not doing
Wow.
all right, okay. If they're not going to do Agent Venom, okay?
Dude, you're getting
Where-
deep in this comic shit, and
where
Joe
does
moviegoer
where-
doesn't care about that.
Where does he live? What city does he live in? You know, he could live in New York, but where are all the other characters?
Kansas,
Who's
Montana. I don't know. Again, you get into those deep comic and book storylines. Joe movie theater Saturday night doesn't really care too much. If you can present it, if you can introduce it well, then that's one thing. But they try to take, like, the original Batman was The Dark Knight Returns, and they managed to tweak it enough to kind of be something for everybody. So there's going to have to be some sort of adaptation for mainstream viewers.
Okay.
I would say. I don't know. The fuck do I know?
Either way, if they
The
do
hell
it,
do you know, CP?
if they do it, they're gonna have to either make him an original character altogether, have him, just like not be Eddie Brock or Flash Thompson, because Flash Thompson plays Agent Venom. But either way, they're both connected to Spider-Man. So
Hey guys, I'm gonna
they're
get us
gonna have to
50
come
more
up with an
views,
original
okay?
character.
In the title, I'm gonna put Spider-Man Homecoming.
Oh boy.
And have you guys watched the Spider-Man Homecoming trailer 2 yet?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, good. Zach did watch that. What about you, CP?
I did.
Awesome. All right, so let's have a conversation.
For about 5 more minutes.
Okay.
I want a panties made of spider web. Oh, I'm sorry, what?
Zach, do you have to leave pretty soon?
I got a little bit of time, but I can.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Let's close it out with some Spider-Man Homecoming trailer 2 talk. Cool. Zach, what did you like about the trailer?
I like the tone of the trailer. It was a darker tone.
Yep.
That humor from the first couple things that we've seen is still there, especially the relationship between Peter Parker and his friend, especially the part where he says, "Hey, can I try on the suit?" He's got the mask on. He says, "Cool." And I thought that was pretty awesome. Michael Keaton looks like he's going to be Beast, and the only way.
Yes.
And I love it how Spider-Man movies have turned Spider-Man's villains into badasses.
Yeah.
Because on paper, Spider-Man should not have badass villains. Like, the way that they look in the comic, they just look goofy.
Yeah.
He looks badass as Vulture.
Yeah,
and the lines that he has really work for him. He's great as a villain. Yeah, you didn't really get to see that in RoboCop, but you're definitely seeing that here. Robert Downey Jr. is bringing it as always. It looks like he's going to be in a few scenes in the movie. I wouldn't be surprised if that was all of his scenes.
Yeah. Cody brings up a good point, though. I'm hoping they kind of taper back the Iron Man. I don't want too much Iron Man in my Spider-Man movie. And I think Michael Keaton's going to be a great Batman.
Great Batman.
Oh my God!
What do you think,
of that connection. I think I'm an idiot. I think it's good that there is kind of 49% like funny doofy moments because he's a kid, he's a teenager.
Yeah.
And it's kind of how you would expect someone to handle that sort of responsibility. Sharing the suit, stuff like that. The only qualm. I'm such a downer with everything.
No, that's good.
Qualm,
that's good.
The qualm I had was listen, it looked incredible. The boat in half. It just reminded me of like that one shot when it's like Spread Eagle trying to hold it. It reminded me of him on the train in Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
Spread Eagle trying to hold it.
That's the first thing I thought about.
Okay. All right. So I'm not alone.
Yeah.
I think we're alone now.
Doesn't seem to be anyone around.
Well, I hope your qualm wasn't like, oh, he's trying to pull it together, but Iron Man helps him do it.
No, that wasn't my qualm at all. Actually, it was just it looked like something we've seen before, but I'm intrigued. And you know what? In the beginning, the first thing we saw was Marvel, not Sony. Sony's like a baby trying to put together Legos, but all it has is Play-Doh. So, I'm excited.
We saw the Marvel logo right before X-Men Apocalypse too.
I'm glad the trailer gave us most of the movie.
All right, fair enough.
I
mean, all of the other movies are going to still have that Marvel logo because they're still Marvel properties.
I'm supposed to be the buzzkill in this outfit.
just don't get me going on comments because I will go off about some certain things.
Your balls are showing.
Bumblebee tuna.
All right, can I give my thoughts?
Go ahead. Lee.
Okay. Zach's like, go ahead, Lee. Jesus. I liked it. I thought it was really good. I'm more excited for Spider-Man now than I was for the last the Andrew Garfield movies. I don't know, just there was something like a downer tone to those movies that I just couldn't get too excited for. This looks fun. It looks like the Tobey Maguire movies. I looked forward to every one of those. Those were a good times. So this one looks really fun. Did they give away too much? Yeah, they did. But I think it's going to be one of the better Marvel movies. I mean, that's a bold statement, but I think it is. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be awesome. So yeah. Any
Good point, Patrick. Marissa Tomei, even though she's probably of age now, she's far too hot to be Aunt May. I'm sorry.
Is there a law against being that hot and being an aunt?
Does she have to be old?
Does she have to be hot?
I'm pro Marissa Tomei.
I'm down.
I don't want to bang the aunt character. That's.
You don't want to bang.
Why does it got to be up to who you would bang, CP?
No, that's not exclusively how I feel.
Okay.
It has to be.
No, because Sally, you like me, really like me. Sally Field, they did her up to look a little more. I mean, she's of age as well. They kind of gave her the Grandma Forrest Gump look in Spider-Man, and it fit. Marissa Tomei is fucking Marissa Tomei from The Wrestler in this, and it's just too much for me. God damn it! I'm single now. Not cool.
Well, I mean, there's a reason they keep going back to Spider-Man. He is probably the most entertaining character in the whole Marvel universe. Everybody loves Spider-Man, so it would be crazy for them to not bring the character back in some way. So I always have, even the bad Spider-Man movies, I can watch them. Spider-Man 3, I actually enjoy the hell out of some of the scenes in that movie. And nobody ever talks about Sandman, but Sandman was a good villain. I thought he was interesting.
Yeah, it's weird. It seems like in the entire Marvel universe, the best villains are either Spider-Man or X-Men characters.
Yeah,
that's just my humble opinion.
I totally agree. Like
Marvel
I can't get behind any of the villains in. The best villain for Captain America is Iron Man. And that's sad.
Well, they did Red Skull, but they didn't continue with Red Skull. Red Skull will always be Captain America's.
Yeah, in the comics, on paper, Red Skull looks so interesting, but for some reason in the movie, I was bored out of my skull with him.
Either way, if they bring him back, they're going to have to recast him anyway, because Hugo Weaving said he would not return.
Huh, that's weird.
But it is 12 o'clock. I have to go.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Go ahead, say it, CP.
No, I nothing. No.
Okay. Anything
going?
you guys need to promote before we leave? Zach, what's on the horizon, Zach? At Zach versus the Blu-ray Mountain. Please, guys, go look up his channel. I mean, one of the best reviewers that needs way more subscribers than he has. Definitely. So check out his channel. What's on the horizon, Zach?
I have the trilogy of vampire movies coming. Daybreakers, Near Dark, and Interview with Vampire. I also have a Die Hard retrospective that I've been working on for a couple months now.
Nice.
Because I want them to be perfect. And I have a full Nicolas Cage showcase collection coming, so you get to see every single one of my Nicolas Cage movies in a video. So that should be interesting.
I think you should somehow infuse Nicolas Cage into every review you do from now on.
I'll try.
Yeah, you should. That could
I'll
be
try.
your stick.
Lee, Brian's willing to trade spots with Zach.
All right, so
I'm down
gonna
with that.
Get out of here, guys. Enjoy the rest of the stream.
Okay, cool.
I'll talk to you guys later.
We'll see. Yeah, have fun at your orientation.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, take 5. I'm gonna. Does Brian have my Skype number?
Just hit the end call, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Later, guys.
So, Zach, see
Later,
you next
brother.
week.
Let me see if I can get Brian in here.
All right, guys. So I got her on the ground, right, and she's just wiggling. Oh no, wait, we're still live. Never mind. I mean, I love everybody.
Let me do a search on Skype and see if I can find Brian Lomax.
All right, so I'm gonna be a fucking crazy lunatic in the chat here. Every time a new Spider-Man movie releases, I think it will be the best Spider-Man movie. Will it be like that now? I don't know. Did I hear Marissa Tomei from The Wrestler? Yes, I agree. Spider-Man 3 tried to pack too many villains in one film. Yeah, just like Dark Knight did. Should have Venom and only it. Wait, it should have been Venom and only it could have been amazing. I love Spider-Man 3. Screw the haters. Bring back Skeletor. I want a new Motu movie. Masters of the Universe. That'd be pretty badass. Hashtag bang Aunt May. Oh, let's get that trending. Hashtag bang Aunt.
Real quick, Brian, I sent you a contact request on Skype. If you could check your Skype, see if you see me in there. It's the Brian Lomax from Manchester.
At 221 West Brian Lomax Lane. Y'all pissed off James, Lee, CP, Zach. Who did we? How did we piss off James? Jason Hamilton, take it easy, Zach. No, LOL. No.
Uh-oh.
I know James.
What's going on
joking.
in the chat?
LMAO. Y'all are crazy. Ha ha ha.
What's up, Jay?
MFAO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jason Hamilton? White
Ryan.
Tim?
All right, so we kind of aborted some horror topics for comic. Let's get that going.
You want to talk about Curse of Chucky?
Oh yeah, please.
That was fun, man. I really enjoyed it, especially after the abomination that was Seed. Can you think of any other franchise that's had a movie like that was like just such a freaking quantum leap in quality from the previous installment? I can't.
Friday the 13th, Part 6.
Yes.
Jason Lives.
Thank you.
And that's it. My name is CP. Good night.
Okay, I want to send Brian. I'm going to send you
on Twitter.
All right.
You see that? Send him your Skype on Twitter. Hell yeah, Curse is awesome indeed. It's
Brian, look up Drumdums on Skype.
Oh boy, that's just asking for it now.
A huge mistake.
We're gonna have 15 people calling in a second. Yeah, I mean, it's not that New Beginning had this ridiculous tone to it, and then Jason Lives. I mean, Jason Lives is kind of hokey. It's kind of funny in ways, but the fact that Seed of Chucky was just it was its own joke. It was. I don't know many people that respect that series and say, A, Seed of Chucky's my favorite. B, they liked it a lot. C, that it should be a part of the rest. And then you have Curse, which totally takes it back, and it even goes darker than the original Child's Play, which kind of was dark to begin with.
I gotta let's see. Except
you're
Brian Lomax.
You're
And then
triple tasking. I see.
I'm calling him.
So,
I
so
got something
anyway, I have
to say
last
about
round,
that.
right?
Hold on just a second.
Oh, go ahead.
I got
Okay,
things to
okay.
say. Hold on.
So my favorite edible panties flavor is grape.
Did you say grape?
Sure. They're fruit roll-ups, aren't they? They're fruit roll-ups with lace attached to them.
Okay.
Seed of Chucky was a fucking abomination and should be wiped out from history. I can't believe who made that piece of shit made Curse. Is that true?
Yeah. Don Mancini directed both of them.
Wow, good for him. And totally redeemed yourself. Come on, Lee. What movie? Man, you're on a different planet right now.
Totally redeem yourself. That sounds so familiar.
Just when I think you couldn't do anything any stupider, you go and do that, and totally redeem yourself. It's from Dumb and Dumber. It's Dumb and Dumber when he gets the little moped, when he trades the van in for a moped.
Oh yeah.
Sorry. What is that?
Okay, so I'm calling Brian Lomax now. And I got an advertisement.
Hello?
Brian, are you there?
Yeah. Yep. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you, Brian. Hold on.
You hear me now?
A little better, but not much.
Let me see if I can turn my phone up. I don't know, dude. I've never used Skype before, so.
Yeah, you might have to go into your sound settings and see if you can adjust. Okay, CP's back in.
Hi, I hear you now.
Yeah, Brian's having to adjust his microphone because he can't really hear him in Skype.
Ew. Look at me all in black and white. Nice face, asshole. Man, there's a big delay. CP, yes. Where did I go? Oh, I'm back. CP left the building. No, I got booted because Lee's trying to triple task. So are you ready to talk yet, Lee? Did I maybe interrupt something?
Well, I'm trying to get Brian. I think he's in the call now. Let me see. Hold on.
Brian. Yeah, here I am.
Let me try to call him again. No, Brian's not online. We might have to figure that out after. We could probably just do a private thing with me, you, and Brian sometime and see if we can figure it all out before we go live. So, CP, you want to just let me resume call with CP. Hey, I was saying we might just have to...
If you don't want me here, just tell me.
No, we might have to just, me and you, I guess, talk because I can't figure out how to get Brian in here right now.
Okay.
So.
Okay. All right.
Let me fix you in OBS.
I'll be fixed.
Yeah,
I'll be fixed. Fixed me. Oh, Brian, it's a shame. We were talking about comics, too, in the horror chat. Go figure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Brian.
Oh, Brian.
Oh, look at me. It's weird watching on the delay because it's like literally seconds ago. And
so it's a pretty close delay then?
I would say about 10 seconds, maybe.
Oh, okay. We're gonna have. I'm gonna make you big like me. Here we go. Hold on. Yeah. What the heck?
Only on the screen, fella. Only on the screen.
Okay. All right. So we were talking about Curse of Chucky. Yeah.
Yeah. Run amok, please.
Okay. Yeah. I guess the biggest thing was, well, Seed of Chucky was kind of a love letter from Don Mancini to Glenn or Glenda, which was an Ed Wood film that he was a big fan of, I guess, back in the day. And he thought, hey, why don't I add, the subject of transvestites into a Chucky movie? That'll go over like a fart in church, right? And so that's pretty much what he did, and we got one of the worst horror movies of all time. So I think Don Mancini wanted to kind of redeem himself after Seed of Chucky. I'm just guessing. I don't know what his mindset was, but if I had to guess, that'd probably be a safe bet. But Curse, man, it was so different too. It's just like it's not just different than Seed. It's different from every movie in the franchise. It's so dark. It takes itself really seriously. I dug the hell out of it. Let me see. Are we still live on the thing?
Sure, I see us.
Okay, I just had to refresh. Okay.
Or at least I see us 10 seconds ago. So.
Yeah. Now I guess I didn't want to get too deep into Chucky because we have a special guest that's supposed to be coming next Tuesday. And he happens to be a big Chucky fan. Do you want me to just go ahead and say who it is?
Yeah, I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
I know who it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and say it. I don't think he'll mind, right?
Right.
Yeah. So Durant Cinema, he's supposed to be on Scream Stream next Tuesday, and he happens to be a really big Chucky fan. So, and I'm a big Durant fan, so I'm really looking forward to that.
Fucking A.
Yeah, man. And he just hit 3,000 subscribers, which is awesome. And if any YouTuber ever deserved 3,000 subscribers, it's Durant, because he's one of the hardest working.
He deserves 300,000.
What's that? Yeah, he does.
He deserves 300,000.
He, as far as I'm concerned, as far as Blu-ray trips goes, he pretty much blows everybody out of the water. Mm-hmm. And then picks them back up, brings them back to life, and then kills them again. Mm-hmm. That's how good he is. So I stopped doing Blu-ray trips after I started watching Durant's videos. I'm like, what are you doing? You're an idiot. So you can't compete. He's just so good at it, and you can tell he has fun doing it.
Oh yeah.
So he'll be great. But I think your picture's like stuck on the. Is your picture?
It?
Well, let me refresh mine. Maybe it's just my screen.
No, I don't know. Well, if you could hear me, that's the best part.
Yeah, we can hear you. I just didn't know if you.
I just hope. Yeah. Look at that. As long as I'm not making like a pick my nose face, that's all right.
Yeah, that's a good picture of UCP.
Sure, that's good. Yeah.
What'd you think
This
about
OBS,
Fiona
man,
Dorff
just
being in
gorgeous.
it? Brad Dorff's daughter.
I'm not one way or another. She was fine. It's not it's not like it's Scott Conn or anything. She's serviceable.
Yeah. And she was playing a paraplegic. I don't know her backstory. Is she really a paraplegic, or is that just for the part?
I don't know, but
Okay.
she was sitting. Let's take it easy with the credit we're giving her. I mean,
Let's take it easy with the credit.
oh my God, she sat in that seat so well.
Yes,
I mean,
she
it was
did.
so convincing. Well, Jason Hamilton says he made a hot daughter. Brad Dorff as Charles Lee Ray with that long hair. You put some makeup on him. He's not entirely ugly.
I thought he was playing Tommy Wiseau in Curse of Chucky. From The Room.
I did not hit her. I
Yeah.
didn't. Oh,
I
hi,
did
Mark.
not. Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh,
You're my
geez.
favorite customer.
Thanks, Cody. Cody confirmed that she is not paraplegic. All right, sweet.
Okay. Yeah, so she sits really well. We got that.
Well, let's talk about your Savage Cinema for a second.
Let's.
What gave you the idea, to start that whole run? Because you've done 3 or 4 of them now, right?
2.5. I'm in pre-production on Return of the Living Dead.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of skimmed. I wanted to do some sort of personal thing that I could do on my own. That is not Hard Need to Hear. Hard Need to Hear, I feel like, is a bit of a informative kind of
Yeah.
It's its own thing. Where Savage Cinema, I felt like, what is horror really about? And the public thinks of it as tits and hits.
Yeah.
And I said, all right, so let me try. Let me take a little drop out of Will I Like It? So yeah, if somebody wants to know what the movie is like, I'll do that. But I'll also focus on kills and I mean, when I was 15, I explicitly checked the back of the box to see was it rated R, what was in it. And I mean, let's call a spade a spade. A lot of horror fans, they well, you know, they want to know if the lead actress is going to show her goods, if the dicky blonde haired guy is going to get his head cut off. So it was just kind of embracing that a bit while still, you know, still being fun. And yeah, and that's the difference too, because my regular reviews are more just straight edge, and the Savage Cinema, I try to infuse a little bit of humor. I don't try to go over the top, but it's this potpourri of nonsense.
Well, to quote, and I think I can fix your picture in here, CP, but to quote Adam Marcus, who directed Jason Goes to Hell, he said that his direction he was given when he did the movie was, you can do whatever you want, but what we want is every 15 minutes we want a fresh kill and a fresh pair of breasts.
Holy crap!
That's what he was told.
See, so, like that's it. Like it's the studios want it, the fans want it, and I guess the studios want it because the fans want it. So, you know, let's stop pretending that horror is about the story about this guy and that guy, because you know it is. Mm-hmm. But you know, like Friday the 13th was a good story by accident. Like there's no way around it. They had a title. That's all they had. By Dicky blonde-haired guy, do you mean Trent from Friday the 13th, 2009? I think Trent from Friday the 13th, 2009 is like the prototypical fuckface that needs to die in every horror movie. That is the... Oh, did I lose myself again? Can you hear me?
I'm trying to fix you. Hold on.
Oh. If you try again and don't succeed... Stuck in reverse.
I am not a fan of Coldplay.
You know, I've been depressed, so I enjoy it every now and again.
Yeah.
Good music to cry to. Mm-hmm. Oh wait, you're opening shit. We could see your stuff on there.
Oh, okay. Hold on just a sec. Let me cancel this. Let me just remove this.
Oh wait, you can add them to group call. Is that possible?
Add who to group call?
I'm looking at your window there. You have Brian Lomax, add him to group call. Is it that easy? Just click that button?
I could try it. Let's see. Hold on.
Yeah, try it. Brian? Yeah, Brian, that ship has set sail, buddy.
Oh, I think
Brian says Google Hangouts.
No, he's in. There's Brian.
Yay! Hello, Brian. So say what you said in the chat, and now say it to Lee, because I'm done. I'm done trying to sing that song.
Yeah, I can't hear Brian though. That's the problem.
Oh, I don't hear him either.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Oh,
yeah.
Yep,
okay, I can hear you now. If you could turn it up even more, that'd be great. But yeah, I can hear you.
Am I really low?
Yeah, but you're serviceable.
Serviceable. That's the story of my life.
Oh, now I can hear you really good.
Yay! All right, Brian, say it again. Say what you said in the chat.
Yeah, 2 words. Google Hangouts.
Okay, you guys talk while I fix you.
Never. Lee says, I think I got it this time. I can. It'll only jump 6 or 7 times throughout the stream, but I got it. Okay, Lee.
Yeah.
Did we lose Brian? Did we lose me?
I'm
no,
here.
Brian's here.
Can you see me, Brian?
Yes.
Brian, okay, go into the light.
Because they can't see me. Now it's oh, hey, we're both around again. Yay.
There
Look.
you go.
Hi, everybody. Look,
yeah.
I'm not myself today. I'm really hungry. I'll do this joke again. See, this is a Snickers joke. If you don't know the Snickers commercial, this joke makes no fucking sense. Much like a lot of my other humor.
So, Brian, you just did Halloween 4, right?
Yes.
Oh.
Man, I love Halloween 4. God, that's such a good movie.
So far, it's the best sequel.
Yeah,
I'm going,
yeah,
I'm
and
going
I think
through all the,
I don't think it gets better. Oh, H2O might.
no.
I remember H2O being better, to be honest. So we'll see what happens.
I think it's H2O is a better produced movie, but there's I think just story wise and Halloween wise, I think Halloween 4 is just so good, and the ending is like the best in the series, or one of the best in the series.
CP sounds like Muttley.
I can't help it. In the stream, there's a frozen picture of me plugging a Snickers bar, and Brian's got the I'm in a stream I don't want to be in face.
And
it's frozen.
it's frozen. Isn't it great?
Mate, seriously, Google Hangouts.
Oh no, it's fixing.
I like being a Snickers plug. Maybe we can get them to sponsor.
Yeah.
This stream is not itself today, brought to you by Snickers.
Mm-hmm. Hey, at least we're running. At least we're live.
Yeah, at least we're not
down
skipping. I guess the audio is better than nothing.
Yeah, I guess so.
So, Brian, in your Halloween review, you said 3 was kind of for my term, dog shit. That's not an entirely popular opinion with people. I mean, if you're a Michael Myers fan, you kind of are a little questionable of that movie. But otherwise, it's kind of all right to some people. And what didn't you like about 3?
Everything.
Everything. Cue the Gary Oldman reference.
It was so badly written. Just the whole Stonehenge nonsense, and the masks, and it was intriguing when it was set up. It had intrigue, but as soon as they get to the Silver Shamrock Factory, it just descends into sloppy Joe territory.
Oh man, I love Halloween 3. But I was like, when I first saw it, I hated it. I don't even think I finished it the first time I watched it back in the 80s.
Ditto.
Yeah, and then I don't know. I don't even remember the first time I went back and watched it. I think maybe I was just on a run of all the movies, and I was like, I'll go back and watch Halloween 3. And then I don't know. I just kind of found like there was like a charm to it or something, and I love the score. Like it's probably one of the best, most underrated scores of the 80s. But I mean, it's got some silly stuff in it, I guess. But I watch it every October now. It's kind of become a cult classic. Actually, like it's gained its fans, its following.
Right.
Jason Hamilton's right in that he says Brian hates it because that song gets stuck in his head.
He said something. He said something else, Brian. He said because.
I am currently.
Oh right.
I have a baby in one
okay.
room next to me and wife in the other. So.
Yeah. I know. I the second you said I was like, oh wait, yep, never mind.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I'm single, because I said fuck so much.
Prefer my child not to hear that. Thanks.
Oh, is it coming out through your speakers?
Yes, because when I plug my earphones in, you don't seem to be able to hear me. So
I said truck. There's a big truck coming down.
Yeah.
Beep, beep.
Let's all go trucking.
The Venga bus is coming. Oh, Lee, you lost us again.
Yeah, and I'm trying to fix it so you guys don't freeze.
Oh.
What we might do is I might just switch it to the intro screen so none of us are showing, and we could just keep talking. Want to do that?
Hey, tell you what you could do.
What? No, don't say it. Don't you say it. Don't you do it.
Oh boy. What was with all those weird clown sightings that were happening all over America? Do you guys remember that? Those people dressing up as clown and terrorizing people? I don't remember that. Lee?
No. Doesn't ring a bell.
Brian, do you remember that in America? All those clowns?
I seem to have a vague recollection of what you're talking about, but it feels like a dream.
I don't remember that.
Patrick Holmes is asking which one did we hate more, Hannibal Rising or Manhunter? That is no contest.
Yeah, even for me who doesn't like Manhunter, that's stop. It's silly.
No contest. You're talking the difference between a 1-star film and a 4-star film.
Or a 1-star half-star film.
Yeah.
I don't think they were terrorizing people. People are naturally scared of what they don't know and quick to judge clowns. LOL. Okay, it was on the news all the time. Yeah, I'm not. The news is depressing, and I was pretty well. Am pretty well depressed, so I don't need any assistance from the news. Man, Lee is fidgeting.
No,
I was one of those clowns.
I got you guys back. Now let's just see if it stays.
So persistent.
Yeah. That's my OCD kicking in.
Technology work so that I don't have to use Google Hangouts.
I hate Google Hangouts with a passion. I can't. And it's selfish reasons because my end. I've had people say, "Were you filmed with a potato?" Because I don't know if it's my internet connection or something, but Google Hangouts does not like my internet connection at all. Well, you guys look great. You guys look and sound great. What?
You just shit on your.
Gotta stop that, CP.
I know.
You say Google Hangouts doesn't like your internet connection, yet you spent half of this show trying to fix the internet.
Touche.
On Brian's channel. I'm on Brian's channel.
You just gotta keep saying that to yourself, CP.
Brian's channel. On Brian's channel.
Hey, you guys want to talk about Life? Brian, did you see Life?
I've not seen it yet. No. I'm away. I've gone away on holiday with my wife and daughter. So
that's good.
That's why I'm kind of stuck in a caravan. So I've not seen anything. I'm gonna have to catch up on Friday.
Yeah. Are you having a good time?
Sure.
Where are you? Or can you say?
We're in Wales.
Oh, cool.
Oh.
Yeah. It's all right.
Cody Leach is asking me about my. Have I played around with the bandwidth? Man, Cody, I've played around with everything on there. I don't know. It's just like a constant issue. I'm just happy to be like up and running now. So, but I'm running at 480p, and it doesn't seem to like be fixing everything. But I don't know. It's a constant headache. But I like the background. I like when it works. It's great. But that's the problem.
Has it worked yet? Because
not yet. Nobody move. That's pretty much it.
So all right. So Brian hasn't.
CP, did you eat your Snickers?
What about Snickers? Yeah, Snickers.
Did you finish your Snickers?
No, I didn't eat it yet. So I guess I'm still not myself, huh? No, I didn't eat it yet. Yeah.
If you guys in the chat have questions, like horror questions, please shoot them to us. We'd love to like field some, kind of throw us off a little bit. I like that
stuff. Guys, critters are gremlins.
Oh.
I love the first Critters. I haven't seen any of the sequels, and I love the first Gremlins. So that's a tough one. I'll probably go Critters.
Yes.
Yeah. Ryan, have you seen Critters since it's been near and dear to your heart? Is that another second?
I have. It holds up well, I've got to say.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it in so long.
Me neither. I haven't seen it in ages, but I remember it being fun as hell.
I watched it about 2 years ago thinking this is probably just going to suck. and I was like, man, this holds up really well.
Yeah.
What's the title of that movie that we watched that you sent me? That just
You always have to bring that up, don't you?
Split second. Yes. Oh,
that does not hold up.
One location, 5 different angles, one location.
Cody Leach has a good question. Because Mel Gibson, he is a very graphic director, and with Hacksaw Ridge, and I haven't seen Hacksaw Ridge, and I know who Tom Cruise is, and I know he's going to get on to me because I haven't seen it yet. But I love Mel Gibson's direction, and he would be great as a horror director, I think, just because of how brutal he is. What do you guys think about that, CP?
Yes, but I mean, I feel like no. All right, so Braveheart was pretty gruesome. I was gonna say I feel like his gore is almost like a juxtaposition, because he had a lot of gore in Passion of the Christ, and he had a lot of gore in Hacksaw Ridge, which is I would say it's quite a Christian movie. Why can't that company out of Utah make movies like Hacksaw Ridge?
Yeah, there's another whole discussion right there.
What's their name? Real Flicks, Faith. I don't know what their name is.
Faith Flicks or something. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. It's intriguing because I feel like he uses it to like for a specific reason. Brian, get me out of here.
Help. The thing is, Mel Gibson he comes from a particular school of thought where he's all about how you have to go through the valley of death. It's like he's one of those kind of people who thinks that you've got to go through trial by fire, you've got to go through a beating, you've got to go through all that stuff in order to come out the other side with some kind of noble purpose. And it's all of his films reflect that. Even Apocalypto, that film is just a chase movie, but it's about someone going through all these trials to get out the other side, to save his family and whatnot. But I think if you can find a true story that fits the horror bent, then maybe you could get him interested. But most of his work does seem to be based on real life characters. Braveheart, Passion of the Christ, Hacksaw Ridge. You think of his other 2 films. Okay, his first one, Man Without a Face, was just that was his trial run at directing. But Apocalypto is even based on an actual culture and what they know about that culture. So I think the only way you're going to get him to direct a horror film is if it's based on like a genuine figure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's got to have like a personal touch to it. Apocalypto feels like a very personal film, even though it's fiction.
But I think you need that redemption element in there as well, like redemption through violence. So you need to find someone in history who fits all of that bill. And I just think you're gonna struggle to find it and get Gibson interested.
Mel Gibson, he struggles with his own personal demons, and it constantly bleeds through his films. You can tell that he's like you said, he's looking for some kind of redemption, and he's such a talented filmmaker that's pretty much what he uses to solve his problems, I guess.
For the record, everything Brian said was a perfect translation of my.
Thank you. Redemption. That's great.
Stephen King was so coked up on Maximum Overdrive, he didn't remember filming it.
This machine just called me. I'm not going to say it, Brian. Passion of the Christ. I saw that in the theater, and it was one of the most awkward experiences because it was dead silent. And there was this lady in the back of the theater, and I just heard this like very loud wailing and like crying. And it went on for a couple minutes, and she was going through something. That was one of those theater experiences I will never forget. It was awkward, and I felt weird.
I managed a movie theater when that movie came out, and we had a lot of puking.
What?
A lot of people throwing up. Yeah.
What's up, Derek Mayo? Had to say that. Brian, did you see Passion of the Christ in the theater?
Yeah,
I don't want to get all religious and everything, but it's worth talking about.
I was a projectionist, and I had to view the print, so I watched it on my own.
Oh wow!
In a theater. So, and obviously, given my beliefs and whatnot, it did have quite a profound effect on me. I found it very upsetting. I think it's kind of lost some of its effect on repeat viewings, and now I really do appreciate it as just like kind of Caravaggio painting, like a moving Caravaggio or something. But like if you look at all the religious iconography from paintings, famous paintings over the past 2,000 years, it feels like one of those come to life. It's very expressionistic.
Yeah.
It's certainly not a naturalistic film, I don't think. I mean, most of it is in slow motion. So
Gibson was even saying that, like,
textures of the time.
From the documents that he was reading and all this stuff about it, he was actually holding back as far as the violence goes, and that that's what got all the news from when the movie came out, was all the violence in it. But he was saying, I was actually holding back on the violence. It was much worse. So,
but can you imagine how much more brutal that film would be if everything took place in actual kind of time, not slowed down, but like, so those scenes when he's getting, if that was done in real time, that would it would be even more brutal, even more hideous.
Yeah. I mean, because it's 12 hours.
Whoa.
Yeah. To me, it's still one of the most violent movies I've ever seen. From a filmmaking standpoint, I remember watching it, and it is a hard movie to watch. When I saw it the first time in the theater, it's brutal, and it's not made for entertainment value at all.
I don't think it was rated, right? They wouldn't give it an R, and then they wouldn't take the R rating, and then they just said, all right, well we'll just not rate it then.
Yeah.
I could maybe they took an NC-17,
and then they made a PG-13 version of it called, I think it was called The Passion Revisited or something like that.
Yeah, it got 2 ratings over here. So when it came out of the cinema, we gave it an 18, and then when it went to DVD, they did a 15 rated version of it, which was basically just a toned down version. So they just made it more palatable for people who didn't want to sit through all the violence.
It's like a 20-minute version.
I just said that. That's not fair.
Did you just say that? I'm sorry. I stole your thunder.
Right. It's fine. It's all right.
Brian,
my thunder's for everybody.
Tom Cruise in the chat says Spider-Man Homecoming looks awful. Did you see the new trailer?
I did, yeah.
What'd you think?
I thought this trailer was better than the previous one.
Yeah, I agreed. What did you like about it?
Mainly Michael Keaton as Vulture. I still think they're relying far too much on Iron Man, on Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, that's what we were saying.
Spider-Man film. It just feels like at the moment all of the Marvel films that come out end up feeling like another Avengers film rather than just.
Yeah, they did shoehorn Captain America and Iron Man in that trailer. So,
as say what you want about Doctor Strange, at least that film felt like its own thing.
I like Doctor Strange. That was a good film, actually.
I did.
Yeah,
I did.
Really interesting. Had some interesting ideas there too. Kind of a thinking man's superhero film, I guess.
And Scott Derrickson, is very much a horror guy. What's that, CP?
No, I laughed. I laughed at a thinking man's horror movie.
Sorry, I'm not actually seeing you guys. I'm seeing the delayed version of you guys on the YouTube screen. So you flashed up a DVD with a.
Oh yeah, somebody was talking in the chat. I was trying to be quiet, and you brought attention to it. Somebody was talking about the Red 15 on the European DVD, Blu-rays, whatever, and I showed that here on my 4K edition of The Accountant. There's more ratings on the bottom than there is names.
Yeah.
I have a 15, a red 15, a white 15 with a red box around it, and then a blue 16 in the other corner. So I guess I don't even know what the hell that means.
Yeah, what's up with the UK putting all these freaking numbers and symbols and crap all over their cases?
Well,
This is
with
gonna
the with the UK one, you've got the BBFC, which is the British Board of Film Classification, and then you've got the Irish certificate.
Yeah.
And Irish sometimes rate things really weird. Like I've seen PGs over here that have been 15s in Ireland,
Wow.
and then vice versa. I mean, Huck Finn, when oh man, you know the version of Huck Finn with Elijah Wood in it.
I haven't seen it, but yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
For some reason, the Irish rating on that was like a 15 or something, and it was a PG over here, which was just bizarre. So,
Jack Craven asks, relating to Mel Gibson and his violence, if given a chance, would you sit down and watch his 6-hour-long NC-rated first cut of Braveheart?
No.
yes.
Yeah. 6 hours, please. A double-length Braveheart, please.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know, man. I think I love Braveheart, but I think at 3 hours, after I finished it, I was like, man, that was great. I don't want to watch anymore. You know, it's just I don't know if I could deal with 6 hours. But you know, I guess TV seasons are like 12 hours if you put them all together. So maybe it wouldn't be too bad as long as they don't put too much fluff in there.
Yeah, 6 hours might be a little fluffy.
Yeah,
The way you put it, yeah.
I love Kingdom of Heaven, the extended cut, the director's cut.
I've
Oh
never seen
yes, there you go. Now we're
It's
talking.
so much better.
I mean,
it's
it-
such a different film.
It makes a very average movie a masterpiece in my mind.
It really does. Like the extended cut of Kingdom of Heaven is up there with Gladiator, almost. If it had as good a central performance in it as we got in Gladiator, then it would be up there with Gladiator.
Oh yes, so good. I mean, they cut out such a big part of the story in the theatrical cut. I've only watched the theatrical cut once because ever since I've seen the director's cut, I will never go back and watch the theatrical cut.
Yeah,
it's just so beautifully fleshed out. You really into the characters much more this go around. It's like Batman v Superman Ultimate Cut, I guess you could say. But you know.
Oh, let me say something to the group. If you enjoy laughing at horror reviews, go check out Emily's Adventures in Horrorland. Emily's Adventures in Horrorland. She's only got like 160 subs. Very funny young lady.
Cool.
Does nothing but horror. Go sub. Go check it out, please. You're doing Lee a favor if you do that.
Yeah, you know what? I love supporting because we've all been there. We all started out at zero, and anytime I can support a young channel, Talk Movies with Us is a great one. That they are growing fast too. Like I think they just had their 300 subscriber giveaway, and they're already at 400. Like they're growing super fast. And one, they're really good reviewers. Two, they are kind of an integral part of the community. Like they are constantly reaching out to other YouTubers and getting into discussions, and I think that's part of the success of YouTube. You know, you can't do it alone. You have to get, like when I started out, when I met Brian Lomax and I met CP and Art on his Cineclash. Before that, I was doing nothing, and once I got on Cineclash and I met you guys and started getting in the community, that's when things started really changing for me. So I always try to thank the community, because without the community, I don't think we'd be where we are. So.
And now you're on a gravy train with biscuit wheels, my friend.
I love that movie so much. You're on a gravy train with biscuit wheels. I love it when he says, hey, could you finish that? Go back outside, finish that, and then come back in and we'll talk.
Hi, not you.
Yeah, Hi. Not you. Brian, do you know what movie we're talking about?
I have no idea.
Kingpin,
Bill Murray.
Oh yeah, man. It's been so long since I've seen that film.
One of my favorite comedies. So good.
I couldn't believe you weren't getting that quote before. CP was saying the Dumb and Dumber one.
I know.
Totally
you know what? I was multitasking.
Oh boy.
That's one of my favorite quotes. I always use it.
No, don't you go dying on me now.
How's your burger? Why don't you eat up and we'll tell you?
Cody Leach just talked about that Justice League trailer, and Cody, I don't know if you remember, but I talked about how you're. Well, actually, I don't think I talked about it on here. I talked to Zach and CP about it. That your trailer reaction for Justice League, I think it's over like 10,000 now. And it got him 60 subs in a day and a half. Cody's kids are just the cutest things ever, and they are in some of his trailer reactions, and it's infectious. I've watch one of his trailer reactions, especially with the kids. You'll love it. I don't know, watching kids react to superhero movies and they don't know that it's a superhero movie. I'm telling you, it puts a tear to your eye. It's like the sweetest thing ever. So I think that's a big part of why Cody's trailer reactions are so good too.
Check them out.
Yeah. But Brian, what do you got on the horizon, man?
Brian's got his Spider-Man trailer reaction coming up.
Oh, good.
No, I was assuming. Don't mind me.
I just dropped mine.
I honestly, I don't know. I'm going to get these Halloween reviews finished, and then I'm probably going to move on to something else, because I was saying to CP the other week, I get into phases with things, and then I need to move on to, like, I had a proper action stint, kind of like cop films, really, because I did Dirty Harry, I did Lethal Weapon, did Die Hard, and I got a bit bored by the time I got to the end of I did it in the other order, actually. So by the time I got to the end of the Dirty Harry series, I was getting a bit bored. So that's when I kind of needed to do something a lot different. So I thought I'll do Halloween, because there's a good chunk of movies in there, you know. Yeah. But I've been doing a few horror stuff recently, and now I'm flagging a bit. So
you've hit the pinnacle too, because Halloween gets.
Oh yeah.
It gets not good from here.
Well, I still remember liking H2O, so I'm optimistic for that.
Halloween 6 is one of my favorites, so take that with a grain of salt. Yeah,
I will. Don't worry.
I love Halloween 6, and it's just different though.
I said, Brian, my favorite movie of all time is Jason Lives. Brian, 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10. Hell yeah. Well, I just finished the Chucky series, and I know what you're talking about, Brian, because like I'm not exhausted, but I'm glad it's over. It's kind of bittersweet, but it's gonna be a nice break between now and whenever Cult comes out, which I think October it comes out, and it'll be nice to go into Cult having seen the rest of the series, because I'd never seen that series before except for the first movie.
I like doing series. I like going through a whole stint of
it gives you something to look forward to, you know. Like
and it's just like it's reliving things from the past as well, because I mean I watched all those films years ago, so going back and revisiting them and seeing them in a different light, it's quite interesting. But by the time I've done them, I don't know, I'll probably do some series of chick flicks or something, because I'm ready. Or comedies or something. Just
if you do Notebook, have me on.
Is there like a genre that you guys have the toughest time reviewing? CP?
Old stuff. To be honest with you, old stuff. I hit this like 19. It depends. 67 seems like every now and again, or 73. Before those years, I have a really difficult time. I have some form of ADD, so the pacing in the older stuff is a little difficult for me. So, Luke from Razor Wire Reviews has been kind of dragging me through silent films, and we watched a Buster Keaton film, Sherlock Jr., and we watched Metropolis, which I actually, as long as I have some sort of deviation, if I get a little bored with what's on screen, I'm all right, and he kind of helps me out through that. But the older stuff, for mental reasons, is a little difficult due to pacing.
Yeah. What about you, Brian?
Sorry, I think I'm gonna have to go, because I think my girl's about to wake up. So
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I guess we'll wrap it up here.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
thanks
'cause we
for jumping on with us, Brian.
no worries, anytime, man.
Yeah. Hey guys,
Bye,
make sure
Brian.
you check out Brian's channel. It's Brian Lomax Movie Talk. But yeah, definitely
And
check
Lance
out his channel.
Hendrickson thinks you should really subscribe.
Who? What's that?
I said Lance Hendrickson really thinks you guys should
Yeah,
subscribe.
yeah. I don't know why you got rid of that Lance Hendrickson little.
Because
intro.
I made fun of him for it. That's why.
No, actually, somebody else had already commented on that before you mentioned it, and then you
Oh, really?
mentioned it after that, and then I was like, man, I think people are getting a bit sick of it. So, anytime I review a Lance Henriksen film, I'll dig it back out.
Yay.
Well, you know why? The main reason I do these Scream streams is because it gives me something to listen to on the way to work. I have to make
I'm
my
glad I
own
could be of
content.
service, Lee.
Dude, there's a podcast out there called Brits on Flicks. Try listening to.
Yeah, Brits on Flicks. Yeah, I'm starting to get into podcasts too. I used to listen to Howard Stern like constantly, but I don't want to pay $15 a month. So, and I was listening to our previous episodes, and I'm not gonna lie, it's like it's
Brian go.
fun to
Let
listen to
Brian go.
horror talk, I guess.
Let Brian go.
Just hang on one moment. Just before I say goodbye, I'll just say The Thing is not a B movie. That hurt to say.
Oh,
But I'll see you.
bye, Brian.
That hurt to say. That's not the hardest pill to swallow, though. I mean, The Thing is definitely to me, it's an A
But
movie.
it's a glorious adaptation of a B movie.
Yeah.
We should Lee. We still have a date tonight or later. We should probably wrap this up because we could finally talk about life.
Yes,
Later.
I'm looking forward to it. So, guys, we're
so-
going to be on CP's channel at I believe 2 hours from now. Am I right, CP?
Yes, you're right. 2 hours. Yeah, right.
Okay, guys, 2 hours from now, go to CP's channel, and we're going to be doing some more streaming, and we're going to talk about the movie Life, among other things. So,
Great.
anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. You guys have a great day. Anyway, peace.
Bye. Eat your Snickers.